What is going on, guys? It's Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So as you guys read in the title of today's video, I just wanted to go over Apple's Q3 earnings report, as they just reported numbers about 35 to 40 minutes ago at the close of the market today, Tuesday, July 31st in 2018. I'm going to be going over some key statistics and what is driving the price of Apple stock up to all-time highs of $196 after market hours. But before I hop into the topic of this video, for all you new viewers out there, my name is Stas, and I make videos dealing with swing trading, day trading, stock market investing, and pretty much my philosophies and strategies when it comes down to investing and trading in the stock market. So if that's something you're interested in, if you want to learn more about the stock market, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe, and let's get started with the topic of this video. So right now, judging off this chart, we do see that Apple's stock is nearing all-time highs. It hit about $196 today, right after market hours, and this is due to a beat in the earnings report. Now let's hop into this article written by Yahoo Finance that we see here. We see that Apple reported its Q3 2018 earnings today, posting earnings of $53.3 billion in revenue on 2.34 cents earnings per share. So these two numbers are beats. They beat the analyst estimates. We see here analyst expectations were that they were going to report $52.31 billion in revenue and 2.18 dollars earnings per share. So we do see that Apple beat both of these key statistics that we look at as stock market investors at every earnings report that we look at and all the different companies that we're investing in. We want to see the companies beat in revenue, and we want to see the companies beat in earnings per share. And I'm personally invested in Apple. I have a good chunk of money in Apple, and me as an investor seeing these numbers, that makes me very happy. So we see that they beat on earnings per share and revenue, and we do see that they were kind of stagnant in terms of iPhones sold. This was kind of expected. We see here in the quarter, Apple sold 41.3 million iPhones. Analysts were expecting the company to sell 41.6 million in the prior 3 months, so just a little bit under what analysts were expecting. Nothing too crazy. That's in line with sales from Q3 2017 when Apple sold 41 million iPhones. So even dating back to last year, we see the growth. And iPhones being sold, it's stagnant, right? It's right at about 41 million for the past year. So the growth in terms of iPhone sales, it's not really growing at this point. But the key thing we want to focus on is the average selling price, meaning the average selling price of the iPhones being sold. And we do see that this average selling price is up to $724 for this quarter. And this is very important in terms of it indicating that what kinds of iPhones are people buying. Are they buying the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 7, which are the cheaper models, or are they buying the more expensive, higher grade models of the iPhone 8, iPhone 8 Plus, and the iPhone X? And what we notice, since the average selling price is up from the previous quarter at $724, this does mean that customers are purchasing the more high-end iPhones, which is a good sign. Customers are wanting the more expensive iPhones, which is pushing up the ASP, which is very good for us investors. So Apple's increasingly important services segment saw revenue of $9.5 billion, up 31% versus $7.2 billion during the same quarter last year. So this is something that you really want to pay attention to as an Apple investor, is their services segment. This includes software, this includes iCloud, this includes Apple Pay, this includes the Apple Store. This is a business that Apple is really trying to grow right now, and it's, in my personal opinion, it's one of the key factors to their business being pushed to the next level, because like we said before, the iPhone sales are becoming stagnant, and we do expect iPhone prices to continue to go up. So even if iPhone sales are stagnant over time, an increasing ASP should be able to push up the revenues in terms of iPhone sales. But with their services segment, we really want to focus on how much revenue this particular part of the business is bringing in and how quickly it's growing. So we see it's up 31% versus $7.2 billion during the last year. Apple Services business, which includes iTunes, Apple Music, iCloud, among others, has been growing for years, and cloud became the company's main revenue generator as iPhone sales plateau. So Apple pushed up to $196 per share, which is 4 cents above its all-time intraday high. Apple stock is up 2.5% in after-hours trading. So now if we look back over to Think or Swim, even now that we're recording this video, the stock is still pushing up. It hit another high from when I even started recording this video. We saw it started, when we started the video, it was at 196. Now it made another high at about 196.65. So the market is positively reacting to this earnings report. And some key takeaways that we want to look at and keep in mind in terms of Apple is their services business. And, this is the key, in my personal opinion, to the future of Apple's success. iPhones are obviously going to be the biggest revenue generator for Apple, and increasing ASP over time is very key, in my personal opinion, with Apple in terms of generating sales. And the services business and the possible introduction of a streaming service, there's rumors out there that Apple is going to hop into, the streaming services, compete with Disney, their upcoming service, as well as Netflix, as well as a bunch of other companies that are in this space. It's going to be very key for Apple long term. So me personally, guys, I'm holding on to Apple right now. I do expect Apple to crack the 200s in the next couple of months, probably in the next couple of weeks, due to this good earnings report that we just saw with Apple. And we do see, like I mentioned earlier, that it is at an all-time high right now. As we can look back at the 20-year, 1-month chart, the all-time high is 195.96, and obviously aftermarket hours, like I said, we cracked that all-time high. So everything is looking good right now for Apple, with a key emphasis on their services business. That's what we're going to be looking at and focusing on as investors in this company. And with the 30% increase in revenues from last year in terms of the services business for Apple, that's crazy growth for this company, and I expect it to continue to grow at a rapid pace, especially if they introduce a streaming service and they put more and more money into the existing businesses like iCloud, Apple iTunes, stuff like that. So we're going to be watching those businesses very in particular for Apple. And, I'm very happy right now as an investor. We're up about 3%, 4% aftermarket hours. I can show you guys here exactly how much we are up aftermarket hours. 1 day, 1 minute. We closed at about 190. So yeah, we're up about 3% aftermarket hours, and that makes me very, very happy as an Apple investor. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little update on what Apple reported in terms of its Q3 earnings. Very well for this company right now, and I'm very excited to see what the future holds for Apple as a company. So if you guys enjoyed this video, found some value in it, feel free to drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram and Twitter, the links are down below in my description. I post all my profits there, trades I'm taking throughout the day, stock market news, updates to my YouTube channel, and things like that. So if you're interested, feel free to drop a like and, follow me on those platforms, and drop a comment. Let me know what you guys are doing in terms of Apple shares. Are you invested in Apple? Are you surprised by this earnings report? Do you think it's going to crack $200 in the next coming weeks? Let me know down below in the description. I would love to chat with you guys down there. So hope you guys found some value in this video. Let's make some money today. Peace.